Hello there. This time we're going to look at Táxi. This is a band from Porto, formed in 1979, and their hit from their 1981 debut album called Chiclete. Let's start with the word taxi, because this, an X having the sound of X, like in English, is very unusual. You've got it in the word taxi because it's a loan word from English. And yet, because if a word ends in the letter I in Portuguese, it's usually stressed, so it would be taxi. We can't have that. That's why there is an accent on the A to make it taxi. Chiclete refers to the American chewing gum brand Chicletes. But because though in English CH is usually ch, like cheese, in Portuguese CH is always pronounced sh. So chiclete. I personally never called a chewing gum chiclete. I always call it pastilha elástica. Many things can be a pastilha. Anything in this small like box shape. Yeah, like dishwasher tablets. Those are pastilhas as well. I don't know if this is a Porto thing. There they call it chiclete. I don't think so. Maybe it's a 70s thing. Anyway, this song is great. I especially like the ending loop when they're just saying chiclete over and over and some other funny words. And also, it's really well played. The musicianship is great. Now, I cannot do this ska backbeat while singing because it's... I can't do that while singing, so I'm just gonna do the regular. I hope you'll excuse me. The first line. E como tudo que é coisa que promete. And like everything, which is a thing that promises. Right? In English, you would just say something promising. But we like our little words. Coisa que promete. Next we got a gente vê como uma chiclete. Now I don't really know what these lyrics are supposed to mean. I read that in the beginning they sung in English and then someone told them, now you gotta sing everything in Portuguese. But the lyrics are really abstract. You can't quite tell what's going on. But it doesn't matter, right? Because it's music. But here we have something interesting. A gente vê como uma chiclete. Now, gente means people. It's a collective noun. It's like the English word crowd. So you'd think that this sentence means the people see like a chewing gum. But no, because in Portuguese, and especially Brazilian Portuguese, they do that all the time. Sometimes instead of saying we, nós, we use a gente, the people, right? So if you say we see, nós vemos, or a gente vê. Now, gente is like family. You don't say the family do, right? Family does, as if it's one thing, one family, right? Same thing here, the people. So we have the third person of ver, to see. A gente vê, but it means we. Then we go into que se prova, mastiga, deita fora sem demora. We'll go back to this one. It repeats. Next line is como esta música é produto acabado. Como. Como typically means how, but in this case it means like, or because, or since. Since this song is a finished product, produto, acabado, da sociedade de consumo imediato, of the society of immediate consumption, como tudo que promete nesta vida, chiclete. So the same as the first line. Like everything that is promised in this life. Chewing gum. What does that mean? We got a little bridge. Chiclete. Ow, 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 ow. Chiclete. So yeah, we don't have a lot of information. Usually what ow, A-U, means ouch in Portuguese. But I don't think this has anything to do with that. I think it's just a little melody to fill in the space before we go back to the second verse. E nesta altura e com muita inquietação. At this time, and yes, altura literally means height, but it is often, more often used in the sense of at this time, at this point in time. Nesta altura, right? And with a lot of disquiet, right? Because inquietar is to disquiet, and inquietação is the noun, disquietness, disquiet. So, faço reparo, quero abrir uma exceção. Again, I don't know what he wants to say, but faço reparo. Reparar, you might think it means repair. It does not. It means to notice. This is the noun, reparo. So, an observation, a remark, and he makes it. Faço reparo. I make an observation. Quero abrir uma exceção. I want to open an exception. And we have the very cryptic line, castete nunca será não, chiclete. No idea. Castete is the nightstick, the blunt weapon that the police uses. And castete nunca será não. A nightstick will never be chewing gum. No idea. You can have your own interpretation. We go into the next verse. Para que tudo continue sem parar. So that everything continues without stopping. Now here he says para, but he actually means para, right? The word for, so that. But whenever we speak, and especially when we sing, no one is going to say para. It's one syllable too many for a word that we need in every other sentence. So we just say pra. But technically, you should always write down para. Them's the rules. Next we got fundamental levar a vida a dançar. Fundamental to lead life dancing. Levar. Levar means many things. Usually it means to take or to carry. Take food to school. Levar comida para a escola. Right? Fundamental to lead life dancing. And this is how we do the continuous, right? Dancing. In Portuguese, you just take the word a and then the infinitive, the base form of the verb, right? So a bit easier than English, right? In English, you got to take dance, take out the e, put ing. Here, just take the verb dançar and you put a before, right? So drinking, like to drink is beber. So I am drinking, estou a beber. The ing becomes a. Got a little call back to the first verse. Nesta vida que tanto promete, chiclete. We got our ow ow bridge again. Chiclete. Ow, 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 ow. And we got a really cool instrumental break. And then the first verse repeats.
E como tudo que é coisa que promete, a gente vê como uma chiclete que se prova, mastiga, deita fora sem demora. Como esta música é produto acabado da sociedade de consumo imediato, como tudo que promete nesta vida chiclete.
We haven't had enough ow wow, so we're back to that.
Chiclete. Ow, 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 ow.
And then my favorite part, which is just this endless loop. First it's just chiclete, and then chiclete, the echo.
Chiclete. 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 Chiclete.
Then it changes into this one, which is my favorite part.
Chiclete, prova. Chiclete, mastiga. Chiclete, deita fora. Chiclete, sem demora. Chiclete, prova. Chiclete, mastiga. Chiclete, deita fora. Chiclete, sem demora.
So he already said this before, right? Que se prova, mastiga, deita fora sem demora. But now it's more intense because he says chiclete each time and then like an order like prova, taste it.
Chiclete, prova.
And then another order, mastiga, like chew on it.
Chiclete, mastiga.
I wouldn't usually use mastiga for chewing gum. Mastigar is for chewing food. For chewing gum, but not swallowing it, like the point is the chewing, we have another verb, mascar. Mascar pastilha. But mascar only has 2 syllables. Mastiga sounds much cooler.
Tatara, mastiga. Chiclete, prova. Chiclete, mastiga. Chiclete, deita fora.
Deita fora. So, deitar usually means to lie down. Like, I'm gonna lie down. Vou-me deitar. But when it's next to fora, outside, it means to throw away. Deitar fora. And I love it here because it's almost like spit it out, right? Taste it, prova. Chew on it, mastiga. Deita fora. Spit it out. And then,
sem demora.
Without delay. Sem demora. Instantly. But the real beauty is like the melody of those words, right? This is great because prova has 2 syllables.
Prova, papa.
Mastiga has 3.
Mastiga, papapa.
And then deita fora has 4.
Deita fora, papapapa.
And then sem demora also has 4, so it repeats the same melody as deita fora.
Sem demora, papapapa.
So good.
Chiclete, prova. Chiclete, mastiga. Chiclete, deita fora. Chiclete, sem demora.
We could be here all day.
Chiclete, prova. Chiclete, mastiga. Chiclete, deita fora. Chiclete, sem demora.
So that was Chiclete by Táxi. Yeah, so go check out Chiclete by Táxi on YouTube or Spotify or anything and sing along with the song. Check out their other songs as well. Really cool. Great bass line. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that was Chiclete. See you next time for the next song.